भव कुंज बिहारी। जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन। यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन। यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन। यमुना तीरावनचारी। यमुना तीरावनचारी। राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। हरे कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। आयो राधा गोपी जन वल्लभ राधा गोपी जन वल्लभ श्री राधे। जयो निताय पतित पावन गौर हरि। जयो निताय पतित पावन गौर हरि। प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद। Your mercy. During Gayatri also we take hand. No, no, why not? Why not? Do the whole of it. नहीं, नहीं। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरो चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जायामुदीरये। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवतीरुत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नंदगोपकुमाराय गोविंदाय नमो नमः। I welcome all of you in today's Srimad Bhagavatam class. So, so we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, Chapter 8 and verse 36. 4, 8, 36. So I'm just displaying on the screen. You want to? I'm good, I think I can display. Yes. Okay, anyway, I am sharing my screen. Let me know if you're able to see all of you. Anyway, my group is coming. 8 to 10 people. 9 o'clock. Yes. Can some of you unmute yourself, because today due to festival there is a kitchen, lot of help required, and I am alone in the temple hall. Just for my encouragement, please repeat this shloka, all of you. Athapi me vinitasya
तापिते विनितस्य
Atram Ghoramupeyusha
क्षात्रं घोरमुपे
क्षात्रं घोरमुपेयुषः
Surucha Durvacho Barnena
सुरुच्या दुर्वचो बाणेर्न
Vinne Shrayate Rudi
भिन्ने श्रयते हृदि
Athapi me Vinitasya
अथापि मे
Kshatram
विनितस्य
Ghoramupeyusha
क्षात्रं घोरमुपेयुषः
Surucha Dirvacho Barnena
सुरुच्या दुर्वचो बाणेन
Vinne Shrayate Rudi.
भिन्ने श्रयते हृदि
अथापि मे विनितस्य क्षात्रं घोरमुपेयुष सुरुचा दुर्वचो वार्णेन न भिन्ने श्रयते रुधि. Online, anyone please unmute yourself and
तापिते
please.
विनितस्य
Are
क्षात्रं
you able to hear me online, all of you, please?
Yes,
Yes,
Prabhuji,
Prabhu.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Are you able to hear me online?
यस प्रभु जी हरे कृष्ण
There, all of you.
Yes, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
If you don't speak, I will not come to know.
Yes, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Prabhuji.
Thank you. You want to read shloka, Gagan Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhuji. अथापि मे विनीतस्य
अथापि मे विनितस्य
क्षत्रं घोरम् उपेयुष
छात्रं घोरम् उपेयुष
सुरुच्य दुर्वाचो
सुरुचा दुर्वचो वारणेर्न
भिन्ने श्रयते हृदि.
भिन्ने शयते रुधि. Any Mataji, please, from online.
अथापि मे विनितस्य
अथापि
क्षात्रं
विनितस्य
क्षात्रं घोरमुपेयुषः
छात्रं घोरमुपेयुष
सुरुच्या दुर्वचो बाणेर्न
सुरुचा दुर्वचो वारणेन
भिन्ने क्षयते हृदि
भिन्ने शयते रुधि. So I will move to translation. My dear Lord, I am very impudent for not accepting your instruction, but this is not my fault. It is due to my having been born in Kshatriya family. My stepmother Suruchi has pierced my heart with her harsh word. Therefore, your valuable instruction does not stand in my heart. So Narad Muni, and this is a conversation between Dhruva Maharaj and Narad Muni, where he is rejecting the proposal of Guru initially, and that was a test given to him by Narad Muni. But finally, he is listening from him only, and that is the glory. He is not rejecting in that sense. He wanted to know the exact solution so that he can follow and he can achieve that position, where Brahma also could not achieve. And finally, we know that Dhruva got the favor of God. So Prabhupada said, it is said that heart or mind is just like an earthen pot. Once broken, it cannot be repaired by any means. Dhruva Maharaj gave his example to Narada Muni. He said that his heart, having been pierced by the arrows of his stepmother's harsh word, felt so broken that nothing seems valuable but his desire to counteract her insult. His stepmother had said that because he was born from the womb of Suniti, a neglected queen of Maharaj Uttanapad, Dhruva Maharaj was not fit to sit either on throne or on his father's lap. The Suruchi, I'm just adding on this, the Suruchi means Ruchi. This Uttanapad was taking more Ruchi in Suruchi because he was looking great and he was, neglecting Suniti. The another name of Suniti means which has niti means nitimatta or value, who always carry some value. But ruchi means immediate sense gratification. And that was division or categorization in the consciousness of Maharaj Uttanapada, favoring one queen and not favoring other. So Prabhupada writes further, in other words, according to his stepmother, he could not be declared a king. Dhruva Maharaj's determination, therefore, was to become a king of a planet exalted even beyond that possessed by Lord Brahma, the greatest of all demigods. Dhruva Maharaj indirectly informed the great sage Narada that there are four kinds of human spirit: the Brahmachari spirit, Kshatriya spirit, Vaishya spirit, and Shudra spirit. The spirit of one caste is not applicable to the members of another. The philosophical spirit enunciated by Narada Muni might have been suitable for Brahmana spirit, but it was not suitable for Kshatriya. Dhruva frankly admitted that he was lacking in Brahmanical humility and was therefore unable to accept the philosophy of Narada Muni. The statement of Dhruva Maharaj indicate that unless a child is trained according to his tendency, there is no possibility of his developing his particular spirit. It was the duty of the spiritual master or a teacher to observe the psychological movement of particular boy and thus train him in a particular occupational duty. Dhruva Maharaj, having been already been trained in Kshatriya spirit, would not accept the Brahmanical philosophy. In America, we have practical experience of this incompatibility of the Brahmanical and Kshatriya temperaments. The American boys who have simply been trained as Shudras are not at all fit to fight in battle. Therefore, when they are called to join the military, they refuse because they do not have Kshatriya spirit. This is a cause of great dissatisfaction in society. That the boys do not have Kshatriya spirit does not mean that they are trained in Brahmanical qualities. They are trained as Shudras, and thus in frustration they are becoming hippies. However, as soon as they enter the Krishna conscious movement being started in America, they are trained to meet the Brahmanical qualification, even though they have fallen to the lowest condition of Shudra. In other words, since the Krishna conscious movement is open for everyone, people in general can attain the Brahmanical qualification. This is the greatest need at the present moment. For now, there are actually no Brahmanas or Kshatriyas, but only some Vaishyas and for the most part of Shudras. The classification of society into Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and Shudras is very scientific. In the human social body, the Brahmanas are considered head, the Kshatriyas the arm, Vaishyas are belly, and Shudras are leg. At the present moment, the body has legs and belly, but there are no arms or head. Therefore, the society is topsy-turvy. It is necessary to re-establish the Brahmanical qualifications in order to raise the fallen human society to the highest standard of spiritual consciousness. ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितमेन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासरि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Before beginning the Bhagavatam class, I seek blessing of all of you who are in the visible and invisible form in this temple hall. So, I just, Hare Krishna, I just want to say that today's fast breaking time was till 8:57. I am just reminding before beginning, so that in the middle, you don't have any problem. So, So today, we are talking about this Vaishya, Shudra, Brahmana, and Kshatriya. I was talking to one of my mentor, and he said, when we say Vaishya, Shudra, Brahmana, and Kshatriya, that doesn't mean that one is lower, one is higher in one sense. When these are the, part of Varnashrama, part of, Supreme Personality of Godhead, they are like limbs of Supreme Person, then how we can distinguish between them, you know? So one day Radheshyam Prabhu was telling, he was 6-year-old boy going to school, and one boy came in the school with the pencil and it has a rubber eraser. First time Radheshyam Prabhu saw in his life, there is a pencil with eraser. And that person was telling 2 rupees, 2 rupees. And he brought 20 pencils. And he was also 6 year, that child. And all the crowd gather, and they surrounded him and he was distributing pencil, 2 rupee ka pencil, 2 rupees ka pencil. It was in Tamil Nadu. And everybody purchased the pencil, whatever money they had, they purchased from this boy. And when teacher came in the class, and teacher was surprised, what happened, why they are purchasing these pencils. And immediately, Radheshyam Prabhu told teacher, this boy brought the pencil. And first time in our life, we saw the pencil has an eraser because it was 1986 somewhere or 1980. When I was not also born. So, and teacher was very angry. She said, do you know this pencil is only 50 paisa and this boy is making business here, 6-year-old boy. And this is what called the tendency of Vaishya. Right from the beginning, because due to his parental upbringing, he got that tendency to make a profit in each and everything, to see every transaction of life as a trade. That was the mentality of the boy. And Radheshyam Prabhu said, there was another boy in the class. So what he used to sleep for 2 hours in the class, putting his head down on the desk. So that was, the situation. All the time he was sleeping and teacher were slapping, or, in India it happened. And teacher were telling some other monitor in the class that please wake him. He was always sleeping and he used to talk to Radheshyam Prabhu and telling, my father, why he is sending me to school, I don't know. I want to work in agriculture field. I want to do some hard work, but my father is sending me to school, you know, and uh, uh, and I don't like this math. I don't like this, language, liberal art. I don't like anything. And he was frustrated in the school. And what that kid was doing, this kid was, after, teacher went out of the class, taking the duster and rubbing on that blackboard. At that time, you all know we used to use a chalks. Nowadays, chalks are out. We don't see that. So that boy has a Vaishya tendency. One good, some menial services to do. So, this tendency is not bad. We need Vaishya. I mean, that boy has a Shudra tendency. So we need Shudras, we need Vaishyas, we need Kshatriyas, and we need Brahmanas. And Prabhupada said Krishna conscious movement has created the Brahmanas in our society. Brahmana is the head, of the Supreme Personality of Godhead who give the guidance. So today I thought, because today is the Varaha Dvadashi and we did the fasting yesterday till 12. I will like if some of you can come on the screen, with your screen on. Yesterday I was in GBC college session and our Raghunath Prabhu told us very strictly that when we are not coming on video, it is just a black screen for the person who is speaking. And if you are doing the multitasking behind the black screen, that means we are abusing our own concentration, our own intelligence, and that's what so many diseases coming in the life. So if some of you can come on video, it will be good. Practically no one is here. So I'll get some motivation. Thank you, Gauri Jivani Mataji. I don't want to watch what you are all doing, but just for blessing for me. So I want to talk about Varahadev because today is the appearance of Varahadev. So it is said that Prabhupada said that Prabhupada gave one story. One man, he was in the jungle and he was, responding to the call of the nature. And one boar came, and it was a wild boar, and the man got hit, and while dying, that man say, Haram, 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 three times. And the messenger of Krishna took this, that he is taking the name of the Ram, and that man got entry in the spiritual world just by pronouncing the name of a Rama. But Prabhupada write, in this world, the people think that boar means, it is abominable animal, because it always put his head down in the filthy place and trying to extract some stool. But when Lord come as a in boar incarnation, he is not like that. The Lord came when everybody was chasing behind that boar. All demigods, they were so ecstatic by seeing this incarnation of Lord, that it was giving pleasure to them. The Krishna Karanamrita is writing, when Lord came as a boar, the entire ocean cannot contain in the filament whatever pours on the body of the Lord. And that's what the power of this boar, when Lord came as a boar incarnation. But the same Lord, when same Lord come as I mean, as a Krishna, the same Yashoda Mai taking the water in the hand, which can contain in her two hand, and bathing the Lord. So she is so pure and so motherly, so devotional, that she got that opportunity to bathe the Lord Krishna. But here ocean themselves cannot contain in the body of the Lord that many pores or filaments the Lord's body has. And that's what Krishna Karanamrut, Bilva Mangal Thakur has this prayer where Mother Yashoda got that fortune to bathe the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So, yeah. So, Jayadev Goswami said, I bow down to that Supreme Personality of Godhead who is carrying the Mother Earth, who is carrying Mother Earth, and that Mother Earth is like, she's looking like a jewel in the tusk of the Lord. And it is written there that sometime there is a spot on the moon. And due to moon, the spot also become, very attractive. Or due to that spot, moon become more attractive. So due to that earth, Lord also become attractive. And due to Lord, that, earth becomes so attractive because Lord carrying that earth, and when Lord carrying that earth, she becomes so ecstatic as well. It is said, Keshava Dhruta Shukara Rupa Jaya Jagadish Hare. This Shashi having that dag. Dag means that spot. The same spot come on dhoti and sari. We just neglect it. And we get scared, now we have to send it for, so many reclamation process, so many things we have to do with this dhoti now, but the same spot when come on the moon's beauty become enhanced. And the same thing happened when Lord Varahadeva carrying the earth, and I bowed out to that Deva. So, why one should absorb in the pastimes of these 10 different incarnation of the Lord. And God has given us sufficient things so that we can absorb in the pastime. In this, Phalashruti of this Prabhupada, right? If one hears and describes in a devotional service attitude this auspicious narration of Lord Bor, which is worthy of description, the Lord who is within the heart of everyone is very pleased. Ya eva metam harimedaso hare katham subhadra kathaiya mayinam shrunvita bhaktya bhavayeta voshati janardaneshu rudhi prasidati. Rudhi prasidati means Janardhan, the maintainer of the universe, is sitting in our heart, and he will become pleased if you hear his story of the boar incarnation. Kunti Maharani says in third canto, hey Lord, everything is vidambanam, tat atyanta vidambanam, she said. She said, hey Lord, nata, nartana, you come as a natyadhara, as the person come on stage and take various form. Sometimes you take the form of the boar, sometimes you take and become a Varahadev, sometimes half lion, half man, and you become a Narsingadev, and sometimes you come as a fish and you become a Matsyavatar. Vidambanam, what is this Vidambana? Hey, my Lord, because you came and that doesn't mean that you become a boar, you become a filthy animal, you become a fish. That that doesn't mean that you are a fish, you are not a fish or you are not an animal. Sometime what happened, the father who is a CEO in the company, for the pleasure of the child, take that child on the back and behave like a donkey or behave like the horse. And child, so much enjoy the back ride on the father. It is, better than the ride in any Disney World ride, or any Hollywood ride. It is such a great ride for the child. So, or any Jurassic ride, whatever it is. So the father and child enjoy this, and father, is so enjoyed. So father, please to take that form. That doesn't mean that he is a donkey or he is a horse eternally. He just take that form for the pleasure of the child. And why we should hear such a katha? Because we should always keep eye on the world, what happening around us. That Yugal Kishore Prabhu has a nice story, and he was telling in the college recently in LTU that how this Hollywood star, one by one they lost the heart, their home. I want to show video to all of you here, so that you can know what happened recently, and you will amazed to see this. So I am sharing my screen once again. Uh, and I will show you one video and I will ask you some question as well on that. Okay. So let me share. Are you able to see my screen, all of you?
No, Prabhuji.
Yeah, I did not share. I wanted to check whether you are there. Okay. So this is just small video. Yes. And don't go on this music. Somebody created this video for enjoyment, but this is not enjoyment. He introduced the discotheque in the music, which I didn't like. Such a sad news for Hollywood. At least 2 or 3 dozen stars, their entire house burned, entire property was burned, and they were enjoying their life on 31st of December. These are the stars which are praised by the people all the time. Just read the content of the video. Don't confuse it. Okay, that's it. So anyone, any reflection on this? What do you understand by this video? Anyone in audience? Anyone?
Prabhuji,
Prabhuji, big.
Yes? Yeah, go ahead, Mataji.
Prabhuji, what I understood was doesn't matter who you are, how long you have been living in that house, whether it was new or old. It had to happen, it happened. So,
Yes. Anyone else?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhu.
Prabhuji, my understanding is that anything in the material world is temporary. It doesn't depend who you are. It's gonna end one way or another. So even
Yes,
if you are a devotee in a material world, everything will be lost. Only your spiritual gains will be there.
yes,
Hare Krishna
exactly.
Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you,
Hare
Mataji.
how much ever you accumulate, if it is not used in Krishna's service, it will be waste. And whatever the effort they put to gain in that, it is all useless.
Yes.
So, Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes, Hare Krishna.
Yeah, I think I like the point that the Prabhu mentioned that because some of the devotees' houses also got burned. It doesn't matter whether you are a devotee or a rich person or a poor person or like whether it is it's in a fraction of a second everything will change topsy-turvy. So that's the nature of this material world.
And can anyone tell me in the audience that devotees' house are also burned? But what is important for all of us when we say that devotees' house burn? So what is important for all of us? Those who are not spoken, please share your thought on this. When we hear, and one of my very one Mataji, she is elderly to me, and she was a resident of Boston Temple. Her home was in Hollywood because she always serving Niranjan Swami Maharaj, one of the prominent disciple of Maharaj. Age of her 60, 65, and she also lost her home. So, what we should learn when devotee lose their home? Anyone, please?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, in one lecture I had heard that even if we think that we are owner of the house, but actually we are guest person. So basically, like we should not be feeling any ownership over any material property because it actually belongs to Krishna. So Krishna
Yeah.
has rights to do anything with his property. That's what I understand.
Thank you, Mataji. And also we have to think that after home has gone, the Mataji has same spirit to serve her spiritual master. See, go wherever Niranjan Swami goes and serve, like a mother of Maharaj, I saw many times. She is the one who make garland for Maharaj. So many things. Even Maharaj restricts some because sannyasi is the restrict woman, and she always asking me, Prabhu, what kind of service I can do? Because I was in Boston Temple and next room was sannyasi room. So 3 years we got that opportunity whenever Maharaj was coming. And amazing thing, this Mataji was serving like a brahmachari. She lost the home, still she has the spirit of serving the devotee. So here Kunti Maharani is telling that, hey Lord, what kind of vidampanam is this? You are unborn, still you take birth. You don't have any activities to perform in this material world. So still you have unlimited leela, oh my Lord. So I was thinking that, in Washington, when this helicopter just, hit to that, American airline plane, and there was a crash and direct hit in that river. 67 people died, not knowing. They were on their headphone somewhere sipping their, cup of tea or coffee, not knowing. They thought we will enjoy, and we will go somewhere athletics actually, track and all these games. They were such a people, very stars were there in that, and they were never thought that they are not going to meet their parent. And when that direct hit was happen, when father is crying, he lost his wife and baby, because he was texting to her daughter, 12-year-old, that now we are meeting. And when it was coming down, there was a signal and he was texting, and immediately he saw some truck is going and he's crying. That reporter also crying in news, she cried like anything when she heard the sorrow of this person. But this crying remain only temporary, only temporary. So Lord comes in this world, again and again, to show us that we have to hold that four school which can uplift us. Those four school that is said, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Maharaj says that Lord has sent these four ropes to us. And these are authorized school. And one has to hold these four ropes. Anyone please, what are these four ropes, or what are these authorized school of knowledge where one has to take shelter? Or what are those sampradaya?
Hare Krishna. Four sampradayas are, first of all, our Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya, Shri Sampradaya, Kumar Sampradaya, and Rudra Sampradaya.
Yeah, we have to hold to them actually, it is said, and because these sampradaya are the hope for us. Yesterday, Yugal Kishore was telling, how much we have to, do, spoon feeding. One has to actually hold it. We have to bring people to, to till that rope, but people has actually hold that rope, that much, they should be no, and what we can just increase their faith and bring them to that level, what else we can do. So it is said, Vasati Dashana Shikare, Dharani Tava Lagna, Shashi Kalanka Kaleva Nimagna, Keshava Dhrita Shukara Rupa, Jaya Jagadisha Hare. The earth which had become immersed in Garbhodak ocean at the bottom of the universe, sit fixed upon the tip of your tusk like a spot upon the moon, O Lord. You know, so all of you know the story that in the world, in the Vaikunta world, when four Kumaras were entering and they were just opposed by the Dwarpalas Jay and Vijay, and God entertained to take the responsibility of their mistake. And then this Jai Vijaya, they came as a Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu in this world. So that was the famous story. And on the here, what was happening in this material world at the inauspicious time, this Diti was proposing her husband who was, engaged in some, puja, and she was telling that, I have that desire came in my mind. Prabhupada write, Kama Esha, Krodha Esha, Rajo Guna Samudbhava. That is the reason why we are in this material world, that Kama and Krodha. He said LAG, lag. There is a lust, there is a anger, there is a greed. These are three dwaras, of the hell. There are three dwaras of the hellish planet. Narakasya, Dwaram. We see in Bhagavad Gita. And this Diti was proposing. He said no, but then he also become weak. His senses become weak, and it happens that the two abominable personalities born. That was a Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu. When sanskaras are done, when Srimad Bhagavatam is heard, what happen is Dhruva or Prahlada kind of person take birth. And when sanskaras are not done, then Ravana kind of personalities take birth. And when sanskaras are done, then Vibhishan kind of personalities take birth. At the proper time, when this union is happen between mother and father, and with proper consciousness, and Prabhupada is emphasizing on this, If not, then we have to raise them in Krishna consciousness. Now is the time, that we can start raising them, whatever in our hand. We become, Krishna consciousness when we were 18, 90, 20, 25 of our age. And now we can uplift our kids, giving them proper knowledge and with honest thing, no duplicity. Because if we do duplicity, then they will feel that. One day, one man was going to the circus with his small child. And what happened is, that circus wala person told that, how many tickets you want? He said, I want 2 tickets. So he said, the person below 5-year-old, we don't charge ticket, but only for the adult. The father told him, he asked, what is the age of your son? He said, 6-year-old. And that man said, you could have cheated me. I am not asking the passport. He said, if I cheat in front of you, saying that he is only 4.5 or 5, what kind of integrity and sanskar I am giving to my son? Throughout the life, he will carry the same thing. Throughout the life. I remember, a few days back, Rasaraj was telling me that you beat me once, I only once beat. I'm very honest with all of you. One day, I just raised my hand on Rasaraj, and we were in, LA, Los Angeles, seeing BBT and all. And some or other, he invoked some anger me. He called me the name which my mother used to call me. And it was so, thing me, unbearable, and I just beat him. Only he remember that, but he doesn't. And he said, actually, after I was telling to Naveen Radharani, and immediately told that then, and I'm also remembering that my father never beat me. This is one thing, but still people remembering, and our child protection team says, no, I was going through the courses and child protection head is here in front of me. So, no, I mean, though we are Indian parent, by our eyes and, some gesture, we have to control our child, but not like, using something, because it is really considered in this country horrible thing. So why I'm telling you this thing? Because such a children will take birth. Whatever sanskaras we are giving, we should not be duplicitous while behaving with the kids. We should be very transparent. though we are, we are losing something, no problem. Tell your children, I am losing, and this is a part of life. If you don't tell them that the life is a game of win and win, they will not understand. Sometimes we have to lose also. So let us go in this story. This what happened is, I will tell you, this Varaha Deva appeared twice. He appeared twice, one as a Shveta Varaha and one as a Rakta Varaha, or very dark complexion. So what happened is, our, you know, uh, upper planetary system, there are 7 layers. There are 7 planes called Bhu, Bhuva, Swaha, Maha, Jana, Tapa, and Brahmalok. And lower planetary system below the earth is Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Talatala, Mahatala, Rasatala, Patala. And below Patala is a Garbhodakshai ocean, where the Supreme Personality of Godhead as Garbhodakshai Vishnu is lying. So what happened is, it happens that this is Kali Yuga is 4,32,000 years, and Dwapar Yuga is 2 into 4,32,000. Treta Yuga is 3 into 4,32,000, and Satya Yuga is 4 into 3 lakh, 4,32,000. So when you Kali, Dwapar, Treta, and Satya, all these ages, if you sum up and multiply by 1,000 times, that is one day of Brahma, and that is a one night of Brahma, and during that time it is called as a pralaya, and that pralaya means partial devastation. Partial, it is not full, it is not mahapralaya, it is a partial pralaya or partial devastation, when all these planet or all these planes submerge in the water, in the pralaya, and also earth, but only Brahma, Tapa, and Jana Loka, they are not. They are exceptional. In partial pralaya, they do not get submerged in the water, and other planet they submerge. So when we say Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Talatala, Mahatala, Rasatala, and Patala, that means every plane has millions of planets like Earth. Vitala has millions of planets. Sutala has millions of planets. So these are just layers. And Prabhupada is writing, Prabhupada, when he said there are millions of planets on every plane, there was, confusion between devotees. They said scientists find out only 9 planets. Prabhupada said slowly, slowly, Krishna will reveal them one by one. Like after Uranus, Neptune, Pluto, the Poseidon came when we were just ninth grade, we were hearing about Poseidon, So slowly, slowly, but there are millions of planets. And when this earth, Mother Earth got submerged, this Varahadev brought Mother Earth, and he came from the nostrils of Brahma. The nostrils of Brahma is the filthy place, very filthy place. Before that, going to that, I will talk one thing here. Sometime in Bhagavatam, whenever the age of Brahma's calculation comes, if our mathematics is poor, we think, Are, should we read or not? But it is a view of Radhanath Swami Maharaj, I will tell you. One day, what happened? Somebody asked some class to Radhanath Swami Maharaj, and Maharaj, some or other, did not like it. And Maharaj said, Prabhu, I don't want to answer. And immediately Radhesham Prabhu asked some question. And Radhesham Prabhu's question was more technical, but these devotees' question was devotional. What Radhesham Prabhu asked, Maharaj, I am reading Srimad Bhagavatam, and whenever I am reading this calculation, 4,32,000 years and all, when I am using this calculation, because I am from IIT and all, I am in the calculation, and I don't think it is matching, Maharaj. There is something, and please help me, Maharaj, to understand. So Maharaj, asked someone, going Prabhu, take some whiteboard, and Maharaj started doing the calculation. And yeah, he said, yes, you are right, but it is matching. What happened after lunch? Please come to my room, I will explain you. And Radhesham Prabhu went in the room of Maharaj. And Maharaj took very nice paper and he started describing all the calculation. Radhesham Prabhu was so delighted. He said, I am from IIT. The Maharaj is so superior mathematician. He concluded in such a way that I understood. And I was thinking, Why Maharaj spent 2 hours for an insignificant soul like me to explain the age of Brahma? And that Prabhu was asking relevant question. Then he asked another follow-up question to Maharaj. Maharaj, I think my question was childish. Why you answered and why you took trouble 2 hours to answer this question? But that Prabhu's question was very relevant. It was about devotional service. So Maharaj said, that question was not relevant. That I don't understand. I mean, I remember context of what that question, but what Maharaj said, it was not described in the Srimad Bhagavatam. But your question, Prabhupada again and again mentioned this calculation in Bhagavatam. That means Prabhupada wanted to tell us that we are insignificant in the life of Brahma. We are very insignificant. He wanted to prove. And that's what, when such a calculation come, one should not neglect this calculation in the Srimad Bhagavatam, because they are telling us that we are in this Nishkinchan Nitai Das, sitting in the Farmington Hills, so insignificant, compared to these 14 planetary system layers. That layer there are so many of, millions of planets floating, and we are thinking, I am giving Bhagavatam class today to audience here, 20 audience, we are so insignificant in front of that. So Lord Varadeva lifted the earth from Garbhodak ocean, and he was coming, the water spread all over the universe, and it was such a fragrance of water. It is said that all rishis were behind that water, and they were ecstatic wherever this water fall. That things become so ecstatic actually. In the hair holes, your body, the oceans are submerged, but still it is not, I mean, still they were empty. So many oceans were submerged. It is given, and it is said that, further, that, yeah. I will not go in detail. There are so many things here. So this Hiranyaksha means, Hiranya means gold, and who is searching the gold. So the first story which I told you, when the Lord picked that Mother Earth from that partial devastation, that Varaha is the Shweta Varaha, and that's what that Brahma, during his time, these things happen. That is called Shweta Kalpa. That Kalpa is called as a Shweta Kalpa. And the another is called a Rakta, and which is not come from nostrils of Brahma. But when this Hiranyaksha was extracting something from Mother Earth's body, because Mother Earth's body is full of resources, that gold he was extracting. He was so maddened, as Hiranyakashipu is mad for the bed, the enjoyment on the bed, and also Kashipu, and also Hiranya, gold. And this his brother was mad for Hiranyaksha. Aksha means his eyes, Aksha. Chakshurin militam ena we say. His eyes were completely on the gold, and he was searching the gold, and he went to the, what is that, the demigod's vacation place, I mean, Vibhavari, somewhere, Varuna's place, Vibhavari. And he went to Vibhavari and challenged Varuna, and told him, give me battle, O Supreme Lord. You are the guardian of the entire sphere, a great ruler, a great warrior, and having conquered all the Daityas and Danavas, you once perform a Rajasuya sacrifice. The Hiranyakashipu fell at Varuna's feet, and he was thinking this Varuna is all and all. He was not knowing that there is a supreme person. And thus provoke Varuna control his anger. He said, we have now desisted from fighting, having grown too old for combat. I am too old to fight. Only Lord Vishnu can satisfy your desire to fight. Even heroes like you praise his prowess. On reaching him, you will be rid of your pride and will lie down on the field of battle, surrounded by dogs for eternal sleep. He assumes incarnation like Varaha to exterminate wicked fellows like you and to show grace to the virtuous. Prabhupada write, in the commentary. And then, such a challenge spirit when this Varaha came, then there was such a fighting between these two, with mace, Varahadev and this Hiranyaksha started fighting. And this Hiranyaksha curses Varahadev. Who will curse Lord? It is said that there are so many micro Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu in this world. Amarendra Prabhu once said in Boston temple that, this Hiranyaksha is so great that he invoked the presence of Supreme Person. But this small micro and Miri Hiranyakashipu or Hiranyaksha has no power to bring Lord in the pillar or to bring Lord on this Garbhodak's ocean. So this, he was throwing some bad word, slang language. You are a Vanagochara. You are like an animal. And our Acharya says, yes, he is a Narayan. And as the hunter chased to the animal, so many sages chasing this person who is the supreme personality of Godhead. He said, you are resident of forest, Vanagochara. He said, yes, Narayana live in the forest where Dhruva went. Acharya said, you are a Mruga, you are animal. You are a fool. This, Hiranyaksha is telling Lord, you are a fool or Agyani. So, yes, Acharyas, they are telling there is no knowledge which is unknown to the Lord, and Acharyas took that. And you are like Suradhama, the lowest of the Devatas. And Acharyas, they are telling Lord of all Devatas. Therefore, he is the best of all Devatas or God, And another, he said that you are like Mamek Shatha, in my presence, in spite of my presence, you are able to take away the earth. How you could take earth in my presence. So Acharyas are giving commentary. Naswati yasyasi, you cannot go without being heard by me. Hiranyaksha is telling to Lord. And Acharyas, they are telling, unless you kindly take this earth from our custody, there can be no good fortune for us. And Abhaya for killing, and there are so many words in this Hiranyakashipu, Hiranyaksha, curse Lord, and Acharyas are giving commentary. Just to conclude, when Lord was carrying Mother Earth on her tusk, what happened is this Hiranyaksha challenged him to fight. It is said that the Mother Earth, is the expansion of Satyabhama, and she is a Bhumi, and she is the, wife of the Lord. And whenever any husband is going with the wife and some Galika Gunda, they chastise the husband saying the bad names. Maharaj says, Radhanath Swami Maharaj. So husband says, wait. Because he doesn't want to be humiliated in front of the wife, because he has to protect the wife. So husband say, I will just keep the wife at the safer place and come back. So that's similar way the Varaha Lord neglected, everything, whatever this Hiranyaksha was telling. And he took the earth on safer place and came back and started fighting with this Hiranyaksha. And that is the glory of the Lord, the battle between the poor and demon Hiranyaksha. The Lord expresses terrible anger actually. Hiranyaksha and that Lord strike each other, and Brahma address these things, and so this fight went for a long time. And Lord Brahma wanted that they should conclude their flight, and Lord accept Brahma's prayer. The Lord invoke his Sudarshana disc. The great demon's valor frustrated the demons. He employs many jerk actually, many tricks so that he can kill the Lord. He wanted to kill the Lord. And, and Diti recall the words of her husband, Kashyapa, because she united at the wrong time. There was such a bad omen when Hiranyakshapa born, and now when he was getting killed, the entire world was with some, hope of auspiciousness, because this bad element was going from the world. And Brahma arrives on the spot, and he just by his foot, Lord just hit the Hiranyaksha finally, and Hiranyaksha died. Varaha Bhagavan ki jai, Krishna Chandra Bhagavan ki jai. And one day, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also, he took the, what happened is, he was passing from the place of Murari Gupta, and he immediately saw one pot, and immediately lifted the pot from Murari Gupta's house. And he said, Shukara, Shukara, Shukara. And Murari Gupta was new devotee that time. Radhanath Maharaj says in his one of the story, Murari is not new devotee, but he was not revealed that Gaura Chandra is a Krishna Chandra actually. He was not revealed to that form. And at that stage, this Murari Gupta got bewildered. And immediately the Lord becomes so gigantic. He was like a thumb initially, like when he came from the nostril of Brahma. The same Gaura Chandra becomes so gigantic and gigantic that he was fainted, this Murari Gupta. And Lord immediately told him, "Hey Murari Gupta, please offer the prayers." And Murari Gupta said, "Hey Lord, who can offer the prayers for you? Even the Ananta Shesha with thousands of food cannot offer prayer for you. And who I am, the insignificant soul, hey Lord, I cannot offer the prayer. I am unqualified to offer the prayers to you." And that was the reciprocation between the Lord and Murari Gupta. And Lord said, you know, the people who take the proper association and chanting the holy name of the God, they will come back to me, hey Murari Gupta. And you have taken that, because you are a Hanuman in your past life, and you have taken shelter of Ram, you have taken shelter of me, so and taken shelter of holy name, so you will come back to me. But the person who get the bad association, and with the bad association is ruin in his life, even he is my son. And Lord say that time. And then devotees had asked the explanation. The Lord explained in the form of Varaha when I was taking the earth, above, what happened is, due to my touch of the tusk, the one Bhaumasur came. And this Bhaumasur, was very nice. Even Bhumi was telling, "Hey Lord, due to Banasura's association, my son is getting some bad, he's, exhibiting some bad expression in his behavior. But Lord, please forgive." And Lord did not give her a vachana or promise. And she was telling, "Don't kill me." But, with tricking, because Satyabhama is also Bhumi. So Lord trick her, and one day Lord kill his own son. So Lord told Murari Gupta, "Hey Murari Gupta, even my son do some bad things to my devotee, I will kill him." And Bhaumasura was the son of the Lord in Varaha avatar, and Lord killed. So just to tell two things, in India, some people says near Mathura, Lord, touch the earth, and that is the place where Lord touched the earth. Some of the things they say, and it is called Varaha Kshetra. But another reference I saw in somewhere in South India, also there is a Varaha Kshetra. Amarendra Prabhu was telling near Udupi, where our own Acharya, Madhvacharya of our Sampradaya is there. Near that Udupi, there is a Varaha Kshetra is there. So people go and visit and offer their prayers to Lord Varaha Deva there. So, so this is the story of Varaha. And it is said that, initially I started with telling you that what devotional benefit we get by hearing the story of Varaha Deva. But just to, invoke some kind of Shraddha in the heart of outsider, whoever you are preaching, you all are preachers. I am just begging you, just you can also repeat them this thing. It is said that, you know, anyone who hears, chants, or take pleasure in this narration will be relieved from sinful result, even from sin of killing Brahmana. And another benediction it is given, that extraordinary merit, Mahapunyam, the wealth, Dhanam, the position, Padam, fame, Yasham, long life, Ayur, and prowess of senses and life air doing battle. One who listen it at the last moment, he is transferred to the abode of the Lord. If you hear the story of Varaha at your last breath, you will go to the abode of the Lord, and that is the Lord Varaha, and that is the glory of the Lord. So before I, conclude this, just sing this prayer so that we will all get benefit. Everyone, please unmute yourself. Vasati Dashana Shikhare. Everyone.
Vasati
Vasati Lasana
Shikare
Shikhare
Dharani Tavalagna.
Lagna
Vasati Dashana Shikhare Dharani Tavalagna.
Vasati Dashana Shikare Dharani Tavalagna
Shashikalanka Kaleba Nimagna.
Shashikalanka Kaleva Nimagna
Keshavadhrita Shukara Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare.
शूकररूपा
जय जगदीश
जगदीश
हरे.
हरे.
Radhanath Maharaj was giving this one class and he said, as a Shukara Rupa, from the filthy place, brought with his two tusks, this Mother Earth, and established her in a proper planet, proper, orbit. Similarly, we have to pray to the Lord that, hey Lord, with your tusk, they are so capable that they can go in the filth of my heart and bring all that contamination from my heart. You have that power in the form of Gaurachandra and in the form of, as you come as a Nityananda Prabhu, you can do only for me. And today we are celebrating our first day of Nityananda Prabhu's Trayodashi appearance. We can pray to Nityananda, hey Lord, please, as in Varaha, as a Gaurachandra and Varaharu, you brought this, Mother Earth or from filthy place. So similarly, just bring out all that filth from my heart and give me devotion at your lotus feet and give me the Krishna prema. So that is what we can beg to Lord Nityananda. The Nityananda Balaram, who is, killed that Romaharshan Sutta by blade of grass, and same blade of grass is taking between the teeth and begging to the people, please take the holy name of the God. And that is the mercy of Nityananda. When Prabhu was telling that, if you, in Krishna Lila means you have to, if you are giving some paper, SAT or something, or any kind of, examination, आप सब कुछ रटो और एग्जाम में जाओ और आपने सब कुछ लिखा तो आपको मार्क मिलेंगे, you will get the mark. And that is Krishna's mercy. Gaura's mercy means, you know, uh, you know, with 35%, with 10% or 2% also will pass somewhere if you write something. But Nityananda Prabhu's mercy is at least write your phone number. I mean, what is that? Your roll number and come back. You will get the mercy. That is Nityananda Prabhu's mercy. Nadiya Godrume Nityananda Mahachar. Patiyache Namahatta Chivere Karan. Shraddhavan Janahe. Shraddhavan Janahe. Only is asking the Bhiksha. And he can give the only Shraddha. If you have Shraddha on the holy name, we can get the lotus feet of Lord Nityananda. So that's what I wanted to say. Please forgive me for my limitation to present this, incarnation of Lord's Leela in Varaha form. Please forgive me. And if you have any comment or anything on to add, I'm very happy that Sri Gopala Prabhu saved me today, that he's sitting in front of me as my, very loving God brother, and also Achyut Gopal Prabhu and our Naresh Prabhu and our, Anand Giridhari Prabhu. These are 4 pillars today for me. I'm taking shelter while talking, and all of you in the Zoom meeting, I'm so grateful to you for just tolerating me. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much, Prabhuji. Wonderful class. In my hometown, Vishakhapatnam, there is Varaha Lakshmi Narasimha Swami.
Okay.
So, that's a famous temple Chaitanya Mahaprabhu visited. So, I can show that picture.
Yeah, please. You can share your screen.
Able to see? Or people can see or no? You can see, Prabhu?
Yes,
1 minute, Prabhu. When I will go to my Zoom, I was on other screen.
Prabhuji, we can see.
Yeah, that is Varaha Lakshmi Narasimha Swami. Varaha and Narasimha Swami, Lakshmi Narasimha Swami. And that will be in sandalwood the whole year. One time only they'll take out because of the Ugra. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu visited this, and this is in my hometown. Hare Krishna.
Prabhu, is this the place? This is not a place, right? Where Varaha?
This is Simhachalam.
Okay.
Near Kurma. Yeah, this is in Vishakhapatnam, my hometown. Yeah.
So,
Prabhuji, this is the place where Maharaj took yatra also one time, right?
I think so. Yes, Mataji. Yeah.
Great. So, Sri Gopal Prabhu and I are discussing about one thing about Rakta Varaha. I heard this Shweta Varaha, Varaha Dev came when this Mother Earth, she went to the Garbhodak ocean, actually, down and down, due to this Pralaya, which is partial, after 311 trillion and 40 billion years of Brahmas, one Pralaya happened. partial pralaya. That time Mother Earth, went, all the planets went, and that Varaha came, Shweta Varaha, and his dark form of the Rakta Varaha, he came. Sometimes it is called as a blue also, somewhere I heard, but it is a dark. I will clarify on this from my authority, but it is Raktara Varaha when came, dark form of the Lord, and it was like when this Hiranyaksha was extracting the gold and stealing these things, and Mother's uh, Earth's balance was gone. She thought he will, take all the resources and I cannot serve, on behalf of the Supreme Lord to the entire generation. And she felt like that. And then that time this, dark Varaha came actually, Shweta Varaha and if I have in my notes somewhere, yes, Shweta Varaha, the whitish like a moon, it is given is, you can note down everyone, you can read today, 3.13 to 16, 3.13.16. 3:13, 16 to 30th verse, Shweta, whitish like a moon, it is given. And we come from Brahma's nostril in Manvantara of Swayambhu Manu. His activity to lift the earth from Garbhodak ocean. And Nila Varaha, he came bluish like a cloud. It is given in 3.13.31. 3.13.31 to 33, Nila Varaha. And appeared from water. First Varaha, which is Shweta, appeared from nostril, another Varaha from water. First Varaha, Shweta Varaha, appeared in Swayambhu Manvantar, and second Varaha appeared in Chakshusha Manvantar, who lifted the earth and killed Hiranyaksha. And this is from Gauranga Darshan Prabhu's notes, so there won't be any mistake. Thank you so much. And Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Tirthananda Tradashi ki jai. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Upasthit Bhaktavrinda ki jai.
Prabhuji, I just wanted to add
Yes.
just a small comment, like how devotees' mercy flows. So this morning when I woke up, I had a desire to, because it's festival of deities, so I had a specific desire, mixed bhakti desire, to go in front of the deities and ask today. And I was contemplating this whole morning on that desire. And in the end of the class, how you spoke, what Maharaj said, right? How may the Lord remove the lust and anarthas in our heart. Go deep down and remove the lust and anartha in our heart. That we can pray today in front of Lord Nityananda. And then I felt so small that what desires I have, they are so childish desires. But the Lord's blessings is there, that even for the Lord corrected my desire right there in like 2 hours, 4 hours. What time it is right now? Yeah, 9:30. So before chanting, I was contemplating on that desire and the Lord removed it. So I'm very grateful to you, Prabhuji, for sharing that.
Thank you for sharing, Mother. Anybody has any other reflection, or we will end? And I'm really grateful to all audience on today, really, because you all on Zoom call you came. Practically no one was in temple hall initially, but this poor devotee saved my life because we had a festival going on. So there is sabji cutting. Of course, devotees are there in the kitchen; they are hearing. But I am not that man who can preach to 4 walls. I am not that purity. All temple residents have that purity. They can preach to 4 walls. I am very egoistic and very lowly person, so I don't have that ability to preach to 4 walls. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Much, Prabhuji.
Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Dhanat Pranam.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Very nice class, Prabhu. Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhu. Dandat.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Very nice class. Dandat Pranam.
Dandavat Pranam, Prabhuji. Thank you so much.